Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking live on Tuesday, the 1st of December. So, just looking at this week's, today's outlook, should I say. Going to start off just having a look at the news first, see what news we've got coming out today. It's a lot of, actually I'm going to share this with you, hopefully you'll be able to see this. In fact, I'm not too sure if you can see this. It's previewing a particular screen, so possibly not, but we've got a lot of low-key information today. Effectively, we've got it's all very low rated. There's a lot of it though. What we do have at 3 o'clock is we've got the Fed chair speaking. I believe his paper's already out, and then at 3 o'clock as well, we've got the ISM and manufacturing data as well. So bit of information coming out there, nothing significant going on from a news point of view until that 3 o'clock. Now we did see last week, we saw obviously at 3 o'clock we saw quite a big buzz. We could be seeing that again. We'll have to wait. Looking overnight and reading through the usual old situation kicking around Brexit, the can keeps getting kicked up the road effectively as we're moving, so it seems no closer to any sort of deal there. We'll just have to wait and see what comes of that. So let's have a look at the technicals anyway, much more important this morning. Euro, pound, there's a lot of these already having a shove at the moment. Just looking at the daily here of the euro pushing up solidly at the moment. It's always a bit of a shame when it comes short of a weekly pivot here. I'd have loved that to have come into its weekly pivot yesterday. We had the end of month resetting yesterday, money flows sort of running backward and forward. Saw the euro selling into that somewhat, but those adjustments, well, following the adjustments, we're now seeing the euro rally again. It takes a little while for that to be over. As I say, I'm looking at a 60-minute chart. We're already through the daily pivot. It's made it difficult one of the euro this morning to do anything with, so I will be looking at any retracements maybe on the euro. I've been favouring the euro. I mean, it ran up pretty well yesterday, but we did, as I said, 4 o'clock, coming into 4 o'clock. Well, I knew there'd be some sort of adjustments kicking through there, not what adjustments of course, but for today, well, as I said, I expect it to continue in the upside at the moment. The pound dollar, let's just go to a daily first, and you can see where it is here. It's really topping around the highs there. There's a lot of belief, I think, that these markets are going to continue pushing to the upside. We'll have to see. And obviously, there's a lot of belief there's going to be a Brexit deal. You let me know if you think there's going to be a Brexit deal sorted out this week. It'd be a bit of a miracle, but they are keep on, as I say, kicking the can down the road, so they must be getting somewhere closer than they were. So this morning, well, we saw a little pivot swing trigger and pushing up there, bullish sort of signal. It's pushing up quite strong at the moment. I'm always wary of these sort of pushes through the Asian session. I'm not going to. I often will come down to a 5-minute chart, look what's going on here, and you sort of see some sort of signs of weakness. It's run into its 4-hourly R3 pivot there, bit of weakness off of that, and this pre 8 o'clock. I never try and get into a trade immediately after 8 o'clock. I let the market show me its direction a little bit more, and if you follow back and you look at sort of the 8 o'clock session, so often it fires up one way, then all of a sudden it reverses, and then we've got to make a decision on it at some point. But at the moment it's making it quite difficult for me, having pushed up right the way through that Asian session. If anything, we might be looking at overbought signals on some of these markets in the short term, and I say in the short term because retraces may be an opportunity to buy into. Looking then at the dollar yen, and what we've got kicking in now, we have a continuation really at the bigger picture. Obviously is in a downward trend. However, yesterday bullish engulfing candle sitting on the dailies. It's looking pretty much like it's got some potential to continue up there. We're running towards that 200 moving average, not a million miles away from it. Just looking at what's going on here, bit of divergence on the 60-minute on the yen. Untouched daily pivot, maybe post 8 o'clock we'll have an opportunity to ride this back down towards that pivot. We'll see. It's not really the best in the mornings in terms of just purely the amount of pips. However, it seems to have livened up in the last few days. We've got quite a few more pips out of it. But last week when I was trading this and we got into positions, it was just so slow on a day-to-day basis. But we'll see. It may be just picking back. But as I say, possibility there of pull back towards its pivot. Now that pivot may just be a buy point, so you may just be patient if you think this is going to roll. That's going to run back up. One currency that is getting a bit of a hammering at the moment is the Aussie dollar to a degree, although it's been doing okay. I'm seeing a lot of comments coming out from China on the Aussie dollar, so I do wonder whether we'll see sort of some effect of that. China sort of putting a squeeze on in terms of the commodities it's buying, etc. We'll see. Okay, so what's happening with the Aussie dollar on a daily basis? Well, as with a lot of these currencies yesterday, well, we saw sell-offs. We had quite a key, which is termed as a key reversal buy yesterday, pushed into a new high on the Aussie, closed below the prior lows there. It's not triggered the lows of that to suggest further downside at the moment, but it has say key reversal buy. If it triggers the bottom, maybe we have got a bigger correction on our hands. However, looking at it, it's nicely into its weekly pivot. I was looking for excuses to buy this yesterday, just couldn't get into it. Maybe this morning break early-ish, and there's a little trend on the if we draw a line here, there's a trend across. Maybe be able to post 8 o'clock look to pitch into that, see if we can get a bit more of a bounce. If it doesn't pull up and it breaks these lows, well, I'll just stand aside again. It was a bit like that yesterday. I was just waiting and it just rolled and rolled yesterday. So that's the Aussie dollar. Canadian dollar, let's just finish up on the currencies on the Canadian dollar here. Again, strength coming in overnight through the Asian session. Strongish looking movement. It's well, come down to the bodies at this stage. There's not a lot to take from this. Again, it's already hit the daily pivot almost into, I mean, the range it's already covered is quite huge. And I'm just sort of looking, well, maybe if we get a retrace, maybe to sell something into that, but it's a big old retracement already. So I don't day trade the Canadian dollar, but I may look at sort of swings. We missed a swing yesterday off this candle here at 10, but we might, I mean, it's setting up another little swing short now, but it needs to break these lows. I'll judge it later, but at the moment I shall stand aside of that. Okay, let's have a quick look at the S&Ps. So S&P's pushing up there. Ooh, it's carrying on solidish, pushing up there. A little bit of a retracement coming off, consolidation. I would expect a bit more of a retracement on this morning, but overall I'm quite bullish on these markets. I believe they could push up a bit further, so maybe retracements again would give the opportunity. We saw, what did it close last night in the end? It did manage to there we go, it closed up quite well-ish yesterday after that sell-off. Again, adjustments may be by funds, etc., but we see more adjustments through the currency markets, or tend to. Okay, a quick look at oil. Okay, oops, just going a little bit far out now. I just read this morning that the oil meetings are pushing through to Thursday now. There's a lot of dispute or disagreement whether there'll be a deal done on oil. It's had a bit of a bitty day it's showing on here at the moment, but yesterday, there we go, certainly a bitty day yesterday. I was looking to see what sort of, if we saw a break of that trend line. It did come, but it's just chopped all the way through there. Lots of risks sitting around on this, as we, as I say, meetings now being pushed into Thursday, so I don't think we're going to see any decisions. Expectation is they will reduce output or keep the production down for a further 3 months. So that's pretty much it in the Forex markets. If you guys got any questions, do throw them on here. If there's anything that you want to be asking, do throw it on there. Otherwise, I'm going to wind this one up for you. There's nothing else I can see personally. There's some of the cross pairs I'll have a look at. Let's just have a quick look at the euro yen. It's been yielding a few trades of late. Again, it's already pushed so far up, bit of divergence, soft divergence across the lower time frames here. Break of the highs there would trigger a long position for me potentially, but nothing there. Pound yen, let's have a look then. Higher lows coming through here. Pound yen, again soft divergence into these highs here, but again it's sort of looking like if it push break through that high, I don't really like this one. It would be triggering a long position for me, but right into some highs, so probably stand aside of that. Okay, I'm going to call it a day there. I hope you enjoyed the update. Do let me know, and I will be back live on Thursday, but obviously I'll just put the video up as normal tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye for now.